Alright, so today I've been Banana Gaming and Toys. Today I'll be reviewing the Puma Black Court, the Blaze Court Black 5s, which I'm pretty sure, okay. So now, pulling them out of the box, it's like, looks like the flag of South Africa. So that's pretty nice.
Nice. That's very nice.
Or it looks like an eBay parcel. So we have the Black 5s. Pretty nice looking shoe from Puma. With this very weird looking outsole. With these little wavy leg things reminding me of the Grand Canal. And you can just see straight through to the plate. So it's just evidence that it's there. Same here, you can just, it's like this little gap. Traction wise, there's a bunch of triangles. It's pretty good.
Oh, is that good? It's pretty good, yeah.
But it's like, it's pretty soft plastic, so I'm not sure if it's gonna be that durable to anybody. It's like really soft, even compared to those shoes. It's really soft. Now, materials on it, it's pretty much like a foam, almost like the other ones, with plastic, rubber, foam, rubber, with synthetic leather and more synthetic leather with a mesh up here and a smaller mesh layer with a bigger mesh layer here with the Black 5s right here. And on the side of the shoe you have Make History Now.
Time to make history, boys. Ready?
With each of these things there to like provide like strategic structural support with these things just helping to support your ankle, so they're not there for display, they're actually there to help with concealed back, giving off kind of a look of a Kyrie if you strip off absolutely everything, because almost every single shoe nowadays reminds me of a Kyrie. That's just how I think.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
It looks like a Kyrie. It looks like a Kyrie. So, going with the cushion, it's like a pretty soft foam. The inside's pretty softer than usual. Tongue, about the same thing. With the foam here going all the way around. With the Trinomic foam. So the Trinomic foam cushioning is pretty soft, and yeah. Now, moving on to materials. Material-wise, it's very cheap with plastic, foam, and rubber. Nothing too unique with the synthetic leather. I've seen that a lot. It's really like the plastic feels really cheap. It feels like a Toys R Us toy kind of cheap. It isn't even plastic. It's more like a rubber type.
Cheap.
It's like soft plastic or rubber. With the mesh here, it's a decent material. But it's decently lightweight, not as lightweight as the 36s, unfortunately, and like in between the 36 and the 35s when it comes to heaviness, with the 35s being rock bottom there. So now, that's just, what is that? Okay. Now. Material wise on the bottom, this part, as you see now, is a bit poorly made, with it not actually going into the correct canal, so there's like this little black thing on the outside ridge. Yeah, it just looks like a cheap shoe to me. Like, looks rather cheap, like almost like a knockoff. It gives that type of impression to me. And like if you look at it like from a distance, you'll actually think it's a knockoff of something.
And that's like a cheap knockoff.
Like, it looks so cheap to me. But support-wise, it's there. The support's there for you. Even though it looks rather cheap, it could be a pretty good shoe if you want to invest in Puma. Here you go. This is your starting base. Figure it out from there. Yeah. So now, overall, before the fit-wise on this shoe, it looks pretty narrow to me. So overall, I'll give this shoe like a 7.2, as it's a good start. But if you want better shoes, it's out in the world. If you want, this is like a demotion of most shoes for guards. Because if you really want a good shoe, you would never go for this. This is like a cheap, like if you're starting basketball, get these. Because even if you don't like playing the sport, you can still use these for something else.
Very depressing.
Alright, so fit-wise, this shoe is pretty true to size with the foam on the inside of it. It's being pretty comfortable. With it being pretty snug. It also kind of absorbs most of your body heat from your feet, so you might be prone to sweating a lot with these. So now, support-wise, the shoe is there with a strategic placement of these little, like I'm calling them modern art-looking things, with this rubber or could be plastic. This is what is that? No, this is really dense rubber, like outline to like help, because they're there to protect your foot from like rolling, because it's kind of like almost like LeBron type things with like the little triangles on the sides. It's like there because for that reason, because there is no actual plate underneath the shoe to protect you from there, or no monkey paw or anything. It's just this and this, which they do the job, so I ain't complaining.
Can't complain.
So now, more with support. It has this nice plate, and in the front of it, it's protected from all sides. So when you start running, this foam will help. It's pretty comfortable foam, trinomic foam, which will kind of just like help your foot. Slow. It'll kind of cushion your foot more because it's a lot of foam. But if you want a court feel, this is almost like wearing, I would say like Damian Lillard shoes or something when it comes to court feel, because there's a lot of protection in between there. Or Zion's, yeah, kind of like Zion's when it comes to just court feel. And because there's just too much material in between. This is a guard shoe as it's so small and way too low to the ground to be any other things. So yeah, this is a guard shoe, and even though it's a guard shoe, it's like it's not low enough to the ground. Like I've seen some guard shoes like that are like way bigger than this thing, but like they're way lower to the ground than this, and you can feel the ground.
Is a good thing.
So overall, I'm giving this shoe like a 7.6 out of 10. Look wise, you can use them as a walking shoe or like basketball shoe. Personally, I would pick these up as just like decoration or a walking shoe. I could dig these, but they look maybe a different colorway, because I do not want the eBay shipping colorway or the South African colorway. I don't know. But the one thing I've been looking at it from a distance is if you're a really big sneakerhead, or like you're out of school or high school, mainly this might just be my school. But if I pulled up with these, they would think these are a knockoff immediately.
They're not knockoffs.
Like I would be beaten to the ground because of these, because they look like a knockoff so badly. I was like, oh, they're Puma. It's so small, you can't even tell it's a Puma. So yeah, if you live in a school that's like that, and you don't want to get the living hell beaten out of you, then don't worry. Also, give Let's Banana Game and Torsen out.